My boy Kenneth going to camp. Fuck it up, Kenneth. Fuck it up. It just occurred to me that you cannot curse early in a YouTube video, so I guess none of my VODs are ever getting monetized. That's fine. That was never part of the plan anyway. So. Hi Nobu, hi Pig, hi Oak. There, that's better. Maybe a little louder, but still. In general. In generale. How is everyone doing today? Oh no, that's the wrong one again. So many friend-shaped people. I'm just chilling out. This is my second of 2 days off. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know. I've been thinking, like, I mean, you can already see here that basically my idea, which is kind of like, I don't know how much my parents are happy about this, but is to go into business for myself, because I honestly think that might be the smartest option at this point. To a degree with animation. But regardless, I'd love a job that doesn't consume my entire life while not being about animation. But that has yet to happen, so. If you're like, hey Cahill, last time we were doing this, you were a little further along than this. You had like frames and everything. To that I say correct. But I realized the ship looks shitty, so. Nobu, it's so funny that you're saying Pig is cute, because you are also cute. Is the thing about it is. My pal Nobu going to camp. Fuck it up, Nobu. Fuck it up. You really can't outdo the classics, can you? Don't get me wrong, I feel like with time we've all been able to see that, Vine wasn't necessarily what everyone cracked it up to be at times. But I think the reason it got such a good reputation is because of because of the things that, because of the good things that people remember about it. Like, no one's about to be like, I don't like the one where he says road work ahead. I sure hope it does. No one says they don't like that one, because everyone likes that one. I'm taken out by it. Yes. Yeah, there's actually only 2 employees here at Cahill Comics. Me and the sniper I've hired. Me and my hired assassin. There will be no critics of my films, as I have them taken out with SEAL Team 6 efficiency. Yeah, that's something. I've been thinking about that, right? Because that's the thing. I do want to do like have a legit studio, and hire other animators. As part of it, both for the sake of helping me make the cartoons, and for the fact that, like, you know, I like supporting my fellow artist. But unfortunately, to hire another animator, I have to have cartoons that make me money. But to have a cartoon that makes me money, it would help to have another animator. I'm in a real catch-22 situation here, you know? That I did not say I want to hire a sniper. But I have wondered, like, in movies. Oh my lord. I should not. I always. Here's the thing. Here's the thing y'all need to understand. Is I always when I'm going to the place I go to stream, I always accidentally bring my AirPods, but not the AirPod case. So my computer's like, AirPods? And I'm like, please stop. Stop. But yeah, movies have made me wonder, like, what the professional world of hitmen is like. But I'll probably never know. Because I have no interest in ending a life. That may shock some people to hear, but anyway, I hope everyone's having a good day. My day just kind of started. I was staying up last night because I finally got to Melania, Blade of Mikola, on my 3rd Elden Ring save file last night. Because here's the thing, I haven't beaten her before. Because the first one I missed her, the first time I missed her entirely. And if you know Elden Ring, I think it's understandable why I just completely fucking did not ever encounter her. I feel like people should be able to, like, yeah, I get that. And then the second time I was like, I don't have the desire or the time to defeat her right now. Pig, kill! Pig, destroy! I got it. Destroy bot. But yeah. Now I don't necessarily have more time now, but I do have the drive. I do have the itch. I'm like, hey, I like beating hard bosses in Souls games. Let me get to it. Also, I thought I had a plan that would really help me, like power level to help beat her, but that didn't really work at all because I'm the exact same level I was last time, which is wild when I think about it. Like, huh? Wait a minute. That seems familiar. I will say though, I got like maybe the closest I've ever been to beating her last night. I got like within the last third of her second phase. And we get bought it, honestly. No, I feel you, Pig. You're good. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I mean, what was it? I was talking about like how I was doing such a good job at fighting Melania. Honestly, that I figured out. So if I can get in depth for a minute, the problem with Melania's fight, well, partly from a design perspective and partly from a fucking just having to beat her perspective, is twofold with both of her phases. The problem with phase 1 is the waterfowl dance. I hate that. I hate it. I hate it all the time. I don't know who made it. I don't know who at FromSoft was like, I think we should do this with our hard new boss fight in our new action RPG. And someone's like, yes, that move seems like a reasonable thing to ask players to avoid. And then the problem with phase 2 is just like, you just got through phase 1, and she is both more aggressive, I've realized, and she is both and her attacks hit even harder. That being said, though, I kind of figured out how that works for me, and it's why I think it's even more possible than before, because in this third playthrough, I'm using a cross Naginata, as I've said, and as people have gotten mad at me for not pronouncing correctly before. And what was I thinking of? And that helps because what it means is in her second phase, as she literally sprints at you, which is pretty intimidating. She has an intimidating energy about her. But regardless, as she sprints at you, I can do a power attack, like charge up an attack and everything. And she'll run right the fuck into it. Because she's trying to get next to you to attack you. So, if I'm charging a decent attack as she's running at me and let it go at the right time, then she'll just like get fucking whacked. So it works well for Cahill in that regard. So really, at the end of the day, I think the last problem I have in being able to beat her, if we're breaking it down all scientifically, is just needing to avoid her attacks a bit better. Like there's some specific ones in phase 2 where I just need to be able to read and dodge a bit more. But besides that, it's not as impossible as I once felt it was. So, which I mean has always been kind of the draw of the FromSoft and Soul games. Getting to something so very difficult, but realizing with time and practice you can overcome it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the day I can give an update that I've beaten Melania Blade of Mikola, because I know the day is coming. Also, by the way, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, I'm going to a comic convention. If you don't remember, Max helped fund the ticket for me to go and everything. Specifically Max, because I made a stream goal for it. And I will be not streaming me going to the comic convention, but just like, you know, basically doing a little blog, showing off what's there. I am not very cash rich at the moment, but I might get one thing. Like, not an expensive collectible, but you know, if there's something really cool for a reasonable price, which, you know, happens a good amount at comic conventions, I might acquire it. Also, hi, Juice. My good friend Juice, who I adore. I got him. How does water ripple? How does water? Okay. Who here wants to become a member of Cahill Comics? Your first assignment is to find out how water. Yeah, I was talking about that, and it's like, it'd be cool if I had someone who was like also passionate about these projects and wanted to help. But I mean, at this point, unless I'm about to clone myself, I'm probably not even about to take that, because I don't want to not compensate someone for their work. I'll do it myself then. Fuck yeah. Man, I should play Wii Sports Resort on the channel whenever I get back to doing games. Boom, 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 boom. Who even needs compensation? Artists do, Juice, for their work. To live. Juice, have you not been paying attention? I have had 2 people come up to me in the recent past and been like, "Oh, Cahill, how do you animate stuff?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's really stupid." Are you sure you want to know? You probably won't like it. I will pay you in 1 fig. Well, the problem is, Juice, you would not be paying me, I would be paying you. Would you take 1 fig as compensation in order to learn animation, Juice? that rad post-scarcity society. No! No, I want to trade figs! That one time. Man, Jesus was not a big fan of those figs. I don't... This is the thing, I was when I went to a Christian school, they did not actually teach us that many Bible stories. I feel like I've heard what Pig's talking about, but I'm not about to get into it. We are not. We are. Hey guys. Hey guys, it's your cool friend Cahill here. We've had reports that people don't like us talking about Bible stories in chat. And it is 12 in the morning here, so... Take a singular step back. I'm 1 step closer to the edge. And I'm about to, break. Break. On stream, you won't. You assume I'm not already broken in quite a few ways, Juice. If something is already broken, can you break it? I feel like a common response to "you broke it" is "it was already broken." It was like that when I got here. Shut up! Yes, see Oki's PC. No, I won't. Everyone go support Okie Doki's streams and donate $1 million so they can get a real fancy PC. Do it now. Commit to the bit, cowards. You won't. Being an ally means buying people PCs. Have you gifted a top-of-the-line PC to someone yet? No? Psh, guess you don't really care. Thank you, Juice. Thank you. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we can do as a community. We might not be able to stop global warming, but we will be able to get Oak a new PC. You're fake. You're a fake ally. Batman's parents aren't about to get murdered in you. Oh no. Become as Kaido from One Piece. is in 1 week. Get your money and give it to Oak. Oak specifically. You might be like, well, aren't there other people who need it? Yes. But we're not talking about them right now. We're talking about Oak. I love me some dopey Mario music. Quite genuinely. Doo. This is not Mario music. It's time to walk. It's time to go for a walk. Maybe in one of my cartoons I should just have Furret walking in the background. I didn't draw it. It's just gonna be a GIF of Furret turned black and white. For the, and you know, just walking. No, my lord. Jeez, I thought we had another bot. Partly because I'm on desktop. I mean, not desktop. I'm on mobile. So I just see a wall of text. There was. I think it was just before you got here. I handled it. Look at those. I'm looking at chat now. Look at those snoms and dittos go. Doot doot doop. Doot doot doop. Doo 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 doo. What was the thing, you know? I'm gonna be right back. I just gotta go do something real quick. Everyone enjoy Furret Walk until I do. Well, never mind. Oh shit, but get coconut mold! The doctors have told me it's spread. So we might as well just keep streaming. If they can't do anything about it, then what's the point in worrying? What was the thing? I'm glad the specific video I had on had, you know, had good music to hopefully keep people at stream entertained. Though, to be fair, a lot of people who are here are my friends, and I appreciate them. Heck, I appreciate my friends coming to my streams, because if nothing else, even if it's not just like random people being like, well, first off, I love my friends, so there is that. There is always that. But also, you know, keeps number from being 0. And Twitch being like, I don't think he's that much of a streamer. That's how Twitch talks. What was the thing? Oh yeah, I remember seeing Dearest Moist Critical made a video updating like certain Twitch situations the other day, and I thought it was gonna be worse, but it's just them doubling down on their stupid decisions. Which, let's be honest, that doesn't shock anyone. That I actually asked my Discord if anyone has any alternative streaming platforms they like to use, because I don't want to move platforms if no one's gonna hang out there with me. But if we get one that people like using besides Twitch, I'd be very interested in checking it out and giving it a try. For the simple fact of making sure the community and everything's in a good place. Mixer, I feel like Mixer just... I don't think Mixer failed because of, like, inherent things with the platform. I just think they made not the best decisions. Their solution to competing with Twitch was, we will buy off all the big streamers on Twitch. And when that didn't inherently get their shit profitable as they had hoped, then they're like, uh-oh. And then they just quit. So, to be fair though, I am just kind of spitballing here. I'm no professional. I don't know the reason Microsoft was like, fuck Mixer. But I feel like that has to be something to do with it. They paid Ninja a lot of money to come stream on their platform. And I didn't see many people around being like, we gotta check out the new Ninja Mixer stream. You know. I don't know if it still happens. Maybe I've curated my online experience. Because I love Ninja. Maybe I've curated my online experience enough that I just don't end up seeing these now. But I'm just saying, Ninja on Mixer never got to like dream levels where people are like, he's streaming. He pissed on stream. Oh my lord. Again, I don't know if that still happens, but for how big a name Ninja is supposed to be in streaming and the amount of money they paid for him to be there, I feel like they would want that to be the result. And it definitely wasn't. Man, I remember the one stream where I was talking Ninja's cringe, Mr. They're a freak. They're weird. I have no opinions on any of them. And that's where I'll leave it. I have no interest in being all like, internet personalities. Let me throw my hat into the ring on the... I don't care. Every now and then something funny happens, and I'll pay attention to that a bit, but that's about as deep as I care. So that 3 p.m. music probably. Listen, there's just these long ass playlists of Nintendo music uh on YouTube, and it's pretty helpful given how I need to play long ass music for my streams. So works out for me. The hour music. I really can't. Juice want a Splatoon? Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I think Animal Crossing and Splatoon are actually like, if you look at Nintendo's branding, it's like put next to Mario and Zelda. But I'll be honest, I have not gotten into either of them. But I have tried. I tried Splatoon when Juice visited me, and I have a copy of Wild World for the DS. Maybe I should try. Maybe if we do stream a game, maybe it should be Wild World. But I don't know. Like I can give you the reason I've never been into Animal Crossing, but Splatoon I just guess doesn't click with me. I'm not the biggest FPS guy, so that's probably it. Do love me some Doom though. But Doom isn't a competitive FPS. It is a singular player FPS. You know, after watching Snapcube play some of the Halo stuff, I have kind of been interested. I would want to do a similar thing where it's like, I have not played Halo. Should there be a time where I stream me going through the campaigns? Could that happen? Would that happen? Who knows? Hey Siri, unship my jorts. Shoot or boomer shooter is the terms you're looking for, Cahill. I don't care, Zach. You think I'm a gamer? Thank you. But I'm not. I play football and get the chicks. Okay, I actually think 3 frames of bobbing should be good. So I'm gonna delete frame 4. Boomer. No, Kale, you very much aren't. I'm no gamer. I'm just a cowboy walking along this lonely road. But it's the only road I've ever known. I really don't know what to jokingly call primary Pokemon and Pirate. Or Epic Mickey. Well, I mean, I play a lot of Dark Souls. If you want to know what I'm playing in my free time, it's a lot of Souls. I mean, I just like kind of RPGs. I like a fantasy world where I can use melee weapons in combat. A lot of DS2. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately that game. I'm so glad I beat that. I'm so glad we're done with that. I have no intention of streaming Dark Souls 2 ever again. Even though I did enjoy Broken Sword, I really do not care for that game. Well, actually, I was thinking about doing Broken Sword Bloodborne. The only problem is that would be a hassle. Like, I'm already planning to see whenever a good day off lines up with one of my streaming days, so you know, Sunday, Monday, or Thursday. I'm thinking about doing an all-day stream of Sekiro in order to make more progress in that little promise I made so very long ago. But you know, obviously we gotta wait for the right time for that, and then make it happen. It's cold in this little office right here. I'm just gonna say it. Since Chump the Zach, I'm curious. How much do you know about the Broken Sword run? Because from what I know, that is a completely incorrect fact. Or did you mean to say Dark Souls 2? Because honestly, I don't want to keep doing Zero Lenny stuff, but I'd be interested in Dark Souls 3. But I would really rather do any other challenge run in Dark Souls 1 besides Broken Sword for a very specific reason. And that reason is not Smo and Ornstein. Let me get that off the table. They are not the beasts that scare me in that challenge. As much trouble as Smo and Ornstein have given me in the past, like, I can handle them. But there is one monster I've not faced, and it does not sound fun to do. Man. Okay. And upgraded it. Well, what was I thinking of, Zach? Yeah, if you are genuinely saying in Dark Souls 1 it was at its best, I have some numbers to tell you. I mean, I said a lot during the challenge run, but in every game but Dark Souls 2, the Broken Sword has a negative damage multiplier, which meaning whatever it says on paper damage it does less than that because it's broken. But in Dark Souls 2, they didn't do that. They just forgot to. They're like, who cares? So it just kind of works out to be a normal weapon. Meanwhile, in Dark Souls 1, that rule applies to the Broken Straight Sword. And the thing I was talking about was Four Kings. Dearest Mr. Zero Lenny has talked about how ridiculously hard it is to do Four Kings with the Broken Straight Sword. It is not an easy time. So I can really not speak to the validity of your claim. Listen, Zach, if you wanna stream yourself doing Broken Straight Sword Dark Souls 1, go ahead. I'll if I can tune in, I will. If I'm not busy. You can get back to me with the numbers later. On my desk by Monday. Oh, are you saying are you talking about like using a boss soul on it? Zach? Are you saying legitimately like transforming the weapon and everything? I await Zach's response before I say anything else. Man, I do love me some Mario. Mario. You know what I might... Depends. Oh my... Zach, okay. That's not it. You are being so vague right now. Zach, listen, I adore you. Literally depends if you use this... Yeah, that doesn't count, Zach. If you're talking about turning it into Artorias' sword... Obviously that doesn't... That's not a broken straight sword anymore, Zach. That doesn't count. That's an entirely different weapon. You're not using the broken straight sword to beat the game. You're just carrying it around to turn it into something else. Zach out here. You could do that to any sword. Any sword of the same description. You could use a non-broken straight sword. I'm just saying. Yeah. But it is neither here nor there. If you try to use Artorias' sword on what was I thinking of? On the broken straight sword test, you'll get failed for cheating. Zach, you drank fizzy lifting drink. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Used it until I upgraded it. Well, that's fine, but I imagine you didn't do 4 kings with it. and that's the thing that is stopping me from using it. Also, oh, I'm sorry about ads. Also, if there's going to be any game you do that on, you should be doing it on Dark Souls 3 and then upgrading it to Gale's sword from the DLC. Because Gale's sword is literally like a broken greatsword. Artorias' sword isn't broken. It's mostly intact. So yeah. Maybe was the thing though. Maybe that's what I should do. But then again, I wish I could be like, that's a unique thing to do, you know. Use the broken sword in... Again... For no reason. Yeah, no. And also, you still did a challenge run, obviously, Zach. I'm not taking away what you have done. You still did a special run of Dark Souls. And obviously I've proven your mettle in that. I'm just saying I would not be doing that on my run. And that's why I'm not going to stream it. Like, I'd rather do something else at that point. You have every right to play Dark Souls however you see fit. My friend. The one thing we do not need gate capped is Dark Souls. Well, what could be gate capped more? Hey chat! Chat, real quick. What can we start gatekeeping? That's probably not a good mentality to have, is it? Actually, I think more people need to not be fans of this thing. Time to... Back before it got nerfed. Dark Souls is already gatekept. That's what I'm saying. We don't need to gatekeep it more. Yeah, no. Yeah. But Zach is right. If you're okay using like a boss soul, then eventually your broken sword can be turned into something pretty nifty. Since like, unlike Bloodborne, the weapons are just kind of the same thing with different skins and numbers. There are far less types of weapons. It is purely just like 3 weapons reskinned over and over again. Make a lot of builds work. I did that run. Are you talking about what was the thing, wheel run in Bloodborne? Are you talking about like the pizza cutter in Bloodborne? Or is there a different real wheel I should know about? Martyr Logarius' wheel. Oh, I do know about that one. I forgot about that one. I forget what its gimmick is. But yeah. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, if I do Bloodborne again, it will be the Broken Sword run, because I'm decently curious about it. So I'd rather see what that has in store before going to something else. And drain your HP to do more damage. Oh. Well, at that point, you should just be raising vitality to an insane degree, which I mean is a good rule of thumb for any challenge run. It's hard for anything to be challenging when you can tank every attack. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Well, then I guess you just have to kill the boss in seconds. Kill Orphan of Kos doing that. Go on. Do it. You won't, coward. Health. I'm in health without the oof. Just don't get hit, moron. Probably a good weapon for a hitless run. Think about it. You're already not getting hit. So what does it matter if your weapon drains all your HP to buff yourself? You'll just get a stronger weapon out of it. Unless, of course, the animation takes such a long time that it is impractical. No one cares about the tech. Clap, clap. Doodle-doo-doo. Souls is fun. I enjoy me some Souls games. I like big souls, and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a soul walks in with a waist that's thin and a big thing in your face, you get sprung! Yoku for multiple. Yeah, a lot of jobs suck. That's what I'm saying, right? I was talking to friends about this recently, and Juice brought up a point, which is somewhat fair, but I'm really just looking for a job that can pay most of the bills, uh, without making me hate life. That gives me a decent schedule. And if I can just manage that, then I feel like I'll be pretty good. Do 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 do. Hustle culture is a scam. I don't know what that means. I heard it from a meme. But I don't know. I do think it's good to always take a step back and realize, like, what you do for a job does not have to be your entire life, you know? You do not have to judge yourself based on whatever you're doing for a living to pay bills. You can just do other stuff. There's other aspects to life. I think that's maybe one reason I'm okay with just making my own films, not worrying about getting into a big old studio. Because I've realized I don't need it to be my job to validate me. I think this is looking pretty good. I'm trying to think. Should I animate birds circling around this? I don't think that'll add anything to it. Because I'm trying to think if it would help the scene look more like, you know. Thank you, Wii Music. You always help clear my mind. What do you think? Do you think we should just be... if I'm being honest, I think the ship just bobbing in the ocean would probably be the best thing. I don't want to seem lazy, but I don't know if I'm gonna, like, do anything with some seagull animation that'll make it look like fancier. I think this will just be as good as it get. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? While you do kind of need money to do a lot of things, if your job's just draining the life out of you, that's probably worse. Like, you gotta make a lot of money to make that worth it, because what are you gonna use money for? If you're just, I don't know. I don't want to say not living. All I have in my there's like a TikTok of guys dancing to this song, and that's all I'm picturing right now. Yeah, I think this is good. I think I have no problem with how this is currently. I mean, I could always export it to my phone and chuck it in the old Animatron to see how it looks. But I think what I should actually do is just move on. Breaking news? Also, what's in this folder? Oh, those were the copies. I'm gonna get rid of those. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was about to say, you can't spend your money if you're dead. Yeah. But I was just like, I'm not sure how well that will go over. Okay. I'm gonna look up some reference right now. Flag animation frames. What song is this? Wait, where is it? No, it doesn't say. Also, let's put on some No Thoughts Head Empty. Because that's how I am.
Here's to the healthy heroes,
Okay, well.
the gluten-free gladiators.
This is a non-skippable, like, 30-second ad. Oh, there it is.
This
Okay.
is our referee.
I was about to say, how long is this unskippable ad? But then a skip button popped up. So we're fine. We're fine. Stop complaining. Scene. No, my cap locks is on. I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, Metopia, probably. But for whatever reason, and I'm gonna look up free because I want to make sure no one's gonna be like, that was my flag frames you put on the internet. And I was like, I'm sorry, my guy. Google did us both 30. License. Okay, let me look at this. I'm just looking online for stuff right now. Well, this is a royalty-free photo, so. Wait. I'm just going through legal stuff. Listen. Why? I just don't want to figure out how flags move. Okay? Is that wrong? People have already done it. Animation has been around for 100 years. Someone has to have figured out how flags wave and been like, yeah, I'll just let anyone copy this. Or the design of games and applications. Nope, not that. Okay, this one looks fine. This one looks fine. Nope, that was the wrong button. Oh no, I've set my PC to self-destruct! I mean, played your fair share of crusty-ass controls for old games. What is the thing? I don't know how much of, like... Listen, I love me some old games, but I'm not an old gamer. My first console was the Wii. And I know for a fact people like Barry and others hear that and they're like, ah! I am become dust! You killed me! Good! I'm drinking some more caffeine. Good. Honestly, I would not mind checking out the... See, I know I'm not playing games on the title, on the fucking channel anymore. And that is true to a large degree. But that's not going to be forever. I'm still going to play games at some point. And when that happens, what game should they be? Should it be CDI Zelda? Maybe. Only a year younger than me, and your first was a Wii. My first console was a PS1. Jews, my first console was a Wii. When did the Wii come out? Let's look it up. What? Also, wait. When did the Wii come out? 2006, okay. When did the PS1? 1994. Okay, Juice, The PS1 was around before either of us were born, if I'm believing your information. And with that in mind, the Wii came out when I was like 6. So, I do not apologize. Like, I was a young child. My parents, first off, neither of my parents grew up playing video games. My dad plays some video games now. But he's not like really into them. He more just like picks up the one that catches interest. Like Batman, he loves Arkham games. So like, they weren't like, we gotta get our children fucking PS1. They've gotta experience Final Fantasy VII as part of their childhood for the culture. Neither of them cared about that. They just got a Wii because Nintendo marketed it as like the family console. And it was! I played games with my family on the Wii. Oh, yeah, it was a PS1 to choose. Well, and also like I don't know if I was a sheltered kid, but like I didn't explore. If my parents didn't get me something or like bring me around something, I didn't know it existed for the most part. You know, like I wasn't out there doing stuff by myself. So with that in mind, like, when they got me a video game console, that was the only video game console I knew. I was not going out there being like, I've got to check out the other ones. I didn't know there were other ones. I don't know about PlayStation. Then they got an Xbox 360 for the house. And they were like, here son, play Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. And that was not the best idea, but they're lucky I never made it to the part where Sonic kisses a human woman. Chat's lucky I never made it to the part where Sonic kisses a human woman. His fucking... what's it called? That one ruined city level. It's very bad. Okay, I cannot have the iris on without moving it. This is probably not looking great on stream, but I assure you it's not looking any better from where I am. This fucking zoomed in image does not like me moving it. Okay. About variety of games to pick, but I always did like playing games on the computer or watching my grandfather play games on the DOS computer. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. I believe not too long ago, my dad found a bunch of computer games he used to play, but he never played them around me. You know? Like, I guess he was just playing it whenever I was asleep or at school or whatever. So I had very little idea of that kind of stuff. The computer games I did play were like exclusively baby game for kids. Made for babies by babies. Babies 24/7. There's this one that was like about like a music world. It's like a point and click. This is like how Barry was describing he had like a dinosaur game as a kid. And he was like, I've not been able to find it. But yeah, it was kind of like a point and click if I remember correctly. It was like about music and everything. Or at least let me say this. Enter a world. Oh yeah, I would love to get Metroid Prime. I do not have Metroid Prime money. I said this last stream. I'm gonna stop saying it because this is not like the comic convention where I'm like, guys, I really want to go to this. Give me the money for it, and I will reward you somehow. Um, if I get Metroid Prime, I'm just playing it for myself. I will get it when I get through my backlog of other games like Crisis Core. So if you're like, well, you should play Crisis Core, then don't get me Metroid Prime. I need to play Crisis Core first. Um, and then hopefully after that, when I have monies. Money. Was an old school music notes back. I don't remember exactly about the gameplay, Zach. I remember it was point and click because that's basically what all the little kids games were. Um, and I remember the art for it was like a musical kind of world. That, or I don't know if I was able to say this before Metroid Prime ad started playing. Um, that, or it was a point and click kids game with a musical level in it. So, and I do not mean musical level as in like a rhythm game. I mean like the level was based around like music and instruments. But Zach, if you have any idea what this game might be, please tell me and I will Google it and I will tell you if it is the correct one. And then I will thank you. I will be like, Zach, thank you for restoring a bit of my childhood. Nope. Well, thanks. Thank you, Zach. Also, hi, Paula. Nice bee. Hey, chat. Nice boobies. I've got to piss so bad. I gotta pee real bad. So I'm gonna go away again. Listen to more Nintendo music as I do. You miss Cahill, Pig? I don't. That guy's a fuckhead. Regardless, though, let's get back to animating. What was I just thinking of? Oh, yeah. I feel like... Meowdy. The way my brain works is so weird. Because I will get caught up in doing an activity, and slowly it'll feel like my brain is shutting down. Like my brain, like it just gets harder to do multiple tasks at the same time. And I'll be like, why is that? And the reason is because there's like a notification I've been ignoring in my brain for the past. Ashley's anniversary fucking. How often are these ads playing? I installed ad blocker on my fucking PC, not my Mac. So, gotta do that later. Anyway. But, what was it? Oh yeah. But the reason my brain is shutting down is because there's a notification I keep ignoring. That's like, your bladder is full. Go to the bathroom. And I'll just keep pressing like snooze on that little alarm in my head. And eventually it'll just get to the point where my body is just like, my guy, you've gotta go pee. We are at critical mass here. You really gotta go pee. And I don't mean critical mass like you're about to piss your pants. Like we're not gonna let that happen, but you will die. You will get piss poisoned. You will become a Greenland shark. If you do not go pee, you will become a Greenland shark. Because we don't know where else to put this shit. You gotta go to the bathroom. And I'll be like, okay. And that's when I go pee. So, I'm just very bad at taking care of myself. How does it look? That'll be pretty good. Because at the end of the day, I'm just trying to, like, so, I won't get into too much detail because I'm saving it for the Patreon. But basically, in this scene, we're going to be seeing the flag of, like, the kind of rich European-esque trading company in this world and everything. Which is just kind of how the two characters know, how Walt and Willie know that it's fucking payday time, baby. It's time to get fucking paid. So yeah. So I basically just like need the flag to look somewhat good, and it's also why we're starting on this frame. Because this is a decently flat frame, and I need it so that I can just get the symbol out without it being all scrunglied up. Yeah, and you're like, Cahill, what will the symbol be? What will the national flag of this trading company be? And to my response, it will be the symbol for this government insert is nope. How do you draw an S? I can draw, I can't spell. Nope. Man, I'm bad at this. But then again, if anyone knows me in real life, they know my handwriting is atrocious. Nope. Cahill will be right back. You've got to be kidding me. How fucking... I hate... Why was no one saying anything? It's not even like there's not a lot of people here. There's a decent amount of people for how much for my streams. Pig just said something. Yeah, I've been back for like 10 minutes. I was listening to voice. That's fair. Man, what the fuck does a dollar sign look like? It's like, Maybe I should just be like, nope. I am having the most trouble in the world drawing a dollar sign right now. It turns into Hank Hill sometimes. Whoa! Alright, it's green the whole time. That's completely fair, but still. I'm like... Listen, just because you have every right not to tell me, that will not stay my anger. Okay, fuck it. Fuck it, we're cheating. We're gonna cheat. Okay, is this what makes you happy? Is this what you want from me, God? Yes. Yes. Steamed hams. I am not a Simpsons fan. I do like meat. He does steam meat. He does steam a good ham though. He's cheating over here. Fucking cheating alert. Motherfucker. Light this motherfucker up. Says my friend Juice about me. 8. Listen, did animators in the 1920s have circle tools? No, but fuck them. They lived in the 1920 times. So who even cares if this is another ad? Okay, we're done. We're done. I'm out of here. You lost your chance, person who uploads no thoughts, head empty music. This is an ad for Ghibli. Yeah, oh wait, here's the Final Fantasy guitar collection. This is better. I've only ever seen Ponyo. And even then, only once. So no ahead. I'm gonna break my skateboard. But yeah. Listen, I'm making a pirate cartoon because I saw One Piece and I was like, I can do that better. Saw One Piece and I was like, this isn't that pirate. I would like more pirate. So that's what I'm gonna do. And soon everyone will say, wow, Cahill, you made a cartoon and it was more pirate than One Piece. And I'll be like, thank you. And they'll be like, let me give you all my money. I'll be like, ha 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 ha. My plan is working. Like, look at this. None of Oda's flags are as genius as mine. A $sign in a circle. This is art. This is 100% sarcasm, by the way. One Piece is written extremely well, so I'm not even really hoping to compete with them. I think he's right there. You fucking poser. You're right. All the flags Luffy has drawn are pretty good. Flag 1. Okay. My nipples are like rock hard right now. It is. I don't know who controls the air conditioning in this office, but it is far too cold. And that's me saying it. Which is kind of wild because, like, normally I think things are too hard. Dude, my guy. Penmanship, we got electronic tools. We do. What, Juice? Can I not update everyone on that? Is it so wrong? Is it so wrong to talk about how cold it is in here? Also, never go to school for mathematics or we'll have illegible handwriting. I think everyone is just bad at writing. I think we made writing as a concept, and it was good for a bit, but I don't think anyone has actually ever been able to write in a way another person understands. I think we've all just kind of been bullshitting for a while. Being like, haha, yep, I can read this, and it's like, what the fuck does that say? Indiana kernel. Don't go into STEM field. It's all chicken scratch. Is there a field that doesn't have chicken scratch? Juice, you're not helping. I think the only people who know how to write letters are calligraphy majors. Or typography majors. You know, people who like people in print whose only job is to make it so that you can understand what is written down. Like for example, I'm a design major, right? Did you see how long it took me to make an S? That's because if I try and draw one, it's dog shit. I have to spend a real long time making sure the letters are right, because I know if I just use my normal writing, no one will fucking understand what I'm saying. It's a real problem. Oh my goodness. At least this nice guitar is calming me down. If nothing else, I know I have you. Guitar covers of Final Fantasy songs. It's time to take my medicine. I love my capybara. I love my capybara? Rip in peace, my capybara. Gone because I am no longer schizophrenic. Does schizophrenic make you see things, or is it specifically auditory hallucinations? I mean, there's definitely different things that can make you hallucinate or think certain things, but I do not know medical details. I'm not a doctor. Man, it's different for different people. That's fair. A lot of different mental illnesses have a spectrum of symptoms with some overlap and some differentiations. Okay, I have two things to say, and it's not going to help because one, this is a call out post on my twitter.com. My friend Vegeta Baikuchi is a motherfucker, and he has been bullying me non-stop for the past couple days, but whatever. But I'm going to say two things, and it's not going to help because him and Juice both like to call me a Disney adult, which is in some ways very earned because I was raised in a Disney loving household. So it is not without basis for sure. I help. You do help, Juice. He does bully you a lot. But anyway, I have two things to say. One I was just thinking of and have been thinking of for a while. Because like I want to talk about it, but Ian's just going to bully me. And the other one I was just reminded of because I was looking at Discord. I will start with the Discord thing first. Deja sent me a TikTok, which was a clip from the new Mickey Mouse cartoons, which if you have not seen, they are some of the best Mickey stuff in a decade. It's really funny. And the clip is specifically about Minnie trying to get into Mickey's house, but it is a complete pigsty. And Deja said, "This reminds me of you." And the specific punchline to the clip is Minnie being like, "Well, how do you get to the bathroom?" Mickey says, "I use the tunnel!" Like completely unhinged. And they draw his face hilariously, and it is now my Discord PFP. I adore adore how they draw him, and it's a very funny clip. I really like it. And every time, every time I see it, I mean that's what I like about the new about the new Mickey Mouse cartoons, because it's not Mickey as a corporate mascot, like, because Mickey has always been very charming, right? Like, that's part of his character. The other part, though, is that he is a complete lunatic. He's just a little crazy, and I love it so much. But anyway, the second thing is the more Disney adult stuff, which is that I've seen many clips and many people be like, Disney World's castle is so much better than Disneyland's castle. And I think I'm at the point in my life where I have to hard disagree. Because Disney World's castle, in this essay I will, Disney World castle is like purely this like kind of vertical design. Like, it almost kind of reminds me of like a skyscraper in some ways. So much of the design is just kind of focused on going upwards, whereas Disneyland's, while being significantly shorter, is this horizontal. It's more charming. I think there's more details spread out over the dimensions than Disney World, which is purely focused on going upwards and giving you the feeling it's even taller than it is. So for that reason alone, I enjoy Disneyland's castle over Disney World's castle. Which is not to say Disneyland has the best castle of all the parks, but of the two of them. As much a part of the statue vault Mickey in the center of Disney World as the statue itself. What do you mean, Zach? I'm having trouble connecting the dots here. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to say. Because I've seen some people... This is what I was thinking about when I was talking about gatekeeping. There's some people who are like, I'm a Disney fan, and meanwhile, they're like, fuck the Disneyland castle. And I was like, how dare you? Have respect for your elders. Fake fan. I can gatekeep Disney. There's some people who need to be gate kept. This is a bit, by the way. This is a bit. Don't gatekeep. Don't gatekeep Girl Boss. Gosh. Gosh. Is that the next G? Girl Boss, gatekeep, gaslight. Gosh. Man, I'm just saying. More a centerpiece. I mean, I guess. But I don't know. You're kind of right there, Zach, but I think that is genuinely one of the things I enjoy about actually going to any of the Disney parks. I think it's kind of an overlooked thing when other people end up making theme parks. Even Disney in some cases. I don't know. I haven't been to every Disney park. Who cares? But you know, like, just the atmosphere. They are way too expensive. You are completely, you know. They are incredibly too pricey, but I enjoy the decor. I enjoy the place looking nice. I actually did research. Seen all the parks down there in fucking forever. Well, I was about to say, Zach, even though a trip to Disney from like a very far away place would still be way too expensive, I actually did research about this not too long ago. I've technically been to Disneyland. I would like to go again just because of the history. This is what okay, can I just say, because again, no matter what I say, Ian's gonna be like, Disney adult. But he doesn't. I'm saying, I always respond just being like, you do not know the cult like mindset of a true Disney adult. But anyway, uh, let me start with the thing I was just thinking of first, which is that like, uh, something that I looked into actually at one point was that back in the day, you adjusting for inflation, you could get into a Disney park or Disneyland specifically because it was the only one that was open. You could get into one of the parks for like a little over $10. Like the entry fee was $10, and then if you wanted to ride a ride, you could get different passes and stuff like that. Blah 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 blah. But I think one reason that's kind of important is because, you know, it just means if you are near there, you don't have to pay $1 million to ride all the rides. You can just have a nice day. And is that not just a nice way to spend a day? Walking around a nicely made kind of environment with fairy tale elements. I'm glad I didn't go as a kid. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Kids do not care about any of this stuff. Do not. I've thought about this before. Do not bring your kids to Disney World before a certain age. They will not care enough. They will just cry. But do I get? How does he? I don't. How? I don't know. The dots connecting that. But yeah. I mean, I've been passionate about this since I was a kid, because I always think you can always do more with a concept like Disneyland, which was kind of the initialization of where Disney World came from, and now it's just all theme parks. Like there's not really more to it. You're just going to a theme park. That's the short and long of it there. But you know, it's this nicely made area and stuff like that, and I thought this could be really cool if there was even more to it. You could do a lot more with this idea than just some kind of amusement park place. And I'm going to stop it there because no one cares about my dreams except me. So I'm going to get back to doing cartoons. Six Flags is okay, but Six Flags is definitely more along the lines of an amusement park. I'd say go to Disneyland if you have a chance, Greg. That is fair. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? And a leg on a Monopoly. Yeah, I don't know. What is even, oh, you mean Six Flags. Okay, I was gonna be like, where is chat going with this? I feel like chat has just, I love everyone who's been here, but at the same time, I feel like chat's just been unhinged all day. Be like, what are you guys talking about? I see what, yeah, no. Well, so this is what I'm saying, right? I feel like if you're making a, I don't know. No one. I'm done talking about this. I'm done talking about this for so many reasons, but one of the thing is I'm not going to be able to communicate the concept. So I'm moving on. This is why I don't talk about this. I'm very passionate about this kind of stuff, but I do not think I will be able to sufficiently kind of communicate what I'm thinking to people. So I just don't say anything. I am not currently. Yes. Well, thanks, Juice. Yeah, I need to merge these. I missed the idea. I didn't even really say the idea or try to, Zach. I will say though, I think that part of Six Flags biggest failing is that it just I've been there, and a lot of the rides are actually very prohibitive of the type of people who can ride them safely, which I don't think is good. You should allow anyone to enjoy your attractions. They should not be so excluding. But I don't run a theme park as it stands currently, so I'm gonna get back to doing cartoons. Yeah, probably. But you'd be surprised. Like I said, I worked at no pregnant, no health risks, no recall jails, no kids, no extra tall people, no fat yeah. Yeah. No, you might be right, Greg, but if anything, I'm kind of underselling how few people can actually ride a number of attractions at Six Flags. So, it really is a shame. And if certain Disney parks are further from my idea of what a certain kind of theme park should be like, then Six Flags is even further from that, specifically for that reason alone. So, again, it really is a shame. But what you gonna do? I don't run Six Flags, and I don't really have an interest in doing it. At our Six Flags. Yeah. It's not good. I think it's the biggest detriment to a lot of their parks. Though I've only been to Great Adventure in Jersey. So. But no. I don't know. Maybe by me just saying I would love a theme park that is nicely decorated and you can pay just the entry fee for, maybe that kind of helps sells the idea of what I'm thinking about more, but I'm not counting on it. I think Juice has heard my stupid dream before. I don't know if Zach has or anyone else in chat. No living people. That is correct. And it's not stupid. My dream is like Luffy D. Monkeys. Oh wait, that I guess that is the way you say his name in English, but oh, yeah, no, that's the worst part. But then again, I'm not gonna blame the park. I'm not gonna blame any park for people not following the rules and getting severely hurt because of it. I'm not gonna say that can't be helped, but I will say, it's kind of ridiculous. It's like when parents let their kids go on the internet, and when they find something bad, they blame the internet. It's like, no, take any responsibility. You were the person in control of that situation. Why are you blaming other people? Greg, I don't know what you're trying to say here, and I don't like it. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. You're fine. It's a shared responsibility. Hey guys, I don't. This is another reason I'm just gonna get off the topic. Why are we talking about just people dying? Yeah, let's move on. Superman is still running. What do you mean? Oh, the ride Superman. That's not the person. I thought Juice was like Superman is hot footing it across America, much like. Also, hi Shadow Maid. But yeah, I do not know, and I do not particularly care. I don't know. Like his life depends on it, like Forrest Gump. But Greg, Zach, but Greg, Zach. Hi, Shadow Mage. Nice to see you. I feel like I brought up just I don't even think it was. It definitely wasn't Disney, because then someone brought up Six Flags. But I think I just brought up the concept of amusement parks, and everyone just immediately was like, Mickey's Dick Crusher. Let's go. Everyone was just like, what's the deadliest ride we can get on? Let's fucking do this. I was actually saying, because here's the thing, right? I do not care, like, it's one reason I like Disneyland. I don't care for, like, the other kind of parks at Disney World. Dick Crusher and wait in line. Anyway, I don't particularly care for many of the other parks in Disney World. And with that in mind, I kind of just wish Animal Kingdom was a big old zoo, a big fancy zoo. And you might say, Cahill, that's more boring. But it, like, but I like animals. Fuck it, Animal Kingdom doesn't even have an aquarium. Epcot has an aquarium, and I like Epcot partly because of its aquarium. But why is that the one with the aquarium? How rickety it is. Yeah, that's true. I always feel completely in danger in Space Mountain. The chaotic energy. I really doubt that. I think I've completely lost control of stream, if I'm being completely honest. This is why I did not again. This is why I did not communicate my lifelong concept to chat. Because we really started getting into the Mickey Dick Crusher side of amusement parks pretty early on into the conversation, and I don't know why. I didn't steer the convo that way. Smage, if you were talking about when, like last stream when I was talking about like commissioning, I said that for if you commissioned a stream. And also, I'm pretty sure if I let people suggest topics to talk on stream, they're like deaths at amusement parks, I'd be like, no. I don't go bad. I remember watching a show as a kid that talked like about that at some point. I forget what it specifically was, but it was nasty. Oh, that's nasty. You know, like it was not. It was not the kind of thing. And they scream. Yeah. I don't know. What else can we talk about? Y'all ever think about Antarctica? I do. I need to look at more of Hi, Smoothie. Wait a minute. Smoothie, I was waiting. Not that one. Why? Okay, wait. Wait. User actions. This one. That one. Wait. I just want to. I want to say it. I want to say a thing. Before. I want to check a thing before I say anything. Not that. Okay. But anyway. I'm still gonna do this. This one. That one. Yeah, I did it. BioShock. I've never played BioShock before. I know you kill children in it. So it's pretty nice, dude. It's pretty close to what we've been talking about for about the past 20 minutes to my complete chagrin. It's not that serious, but I'm about to be like, Juice, put us in emote only. I'm about to be like, can any mods do anything about this? If I see one more amusement park execution story in chat, I just think it got real grim. Oh no, that's the vibe I've been given. You know? No, oh my lord. Juice, take us out of emote only mode. It's just so wild. I started talking about like architectural designs in amusement parks. We were just like, remember when that kid got absolutely wrecked? So wild. Anyway, Smoothie, I hope you've been having a good day. I appreciate you dropping. I swear to gosh, Smoothie, I was about to be like, I'm so sorry you came in at this point, and you literally cut me off before I said anything. I have often questioned Disney World being in Florida, though. If I'm being honest, not the place I would have gone with. I don't know what Florida was like in the 60s, but even just based on weather and wildlife, I would have been like anywhere else. I was about to say, Greg. I was like, oh, you mean the place that might sink into the ocean within our lifetime? The land was cheap as shit. I don't care. Yeah, and also the park won't be around for very long because it will sink into the sea. It will sink. I'd rather put it somewhere boring like Nebraska, like anywhere just. Yeah, it's cheap because it's going to get destroyed. Hide Lime. Okay, Juice put us in emote mode. Juice. Thank you. Zach, come on. Because it's more funny than anything. But I was like, man, I don't want the vibes to be so rancid. And as I was making jokes about Florida, Zach was like, they genocided 3 species of bird, and I was like, I mean, I guess that's not people dying, but I don't like it. I don't like the idea of birds dying. We will now exit. What was I thinking of? Slash emote only off. No, that's not gonna help. I got it. I was gonna say, listen, we're all good. It's fine. If anything, speaking the truth. No, I'm just asking for us to talk about anything other than death. I don't know why that's a wild request. No, you're right. Oh, so it wasn't 3 that went extinct. It was just 1. Well, that happens on a Sunday afternoon. I go to, and I know it won't make it go away, but still, the vibes. You know, I go to brunch, and 3 bird and I've accidentally extincted a bird species. That's how the dodo died. More death. No, I hope everyone's okay. I'm largely just having fun. I just don't know how it just happens so often. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I don't know how we got here. Chat, what the fuck? How did this happen? Wiped out the dinosaurs. I did. I wiped out the dinosaurs. One of my I have not seen a lot of early Looney Tunes, but one of my we are literally changing the subject from Mickey to Looney Tunes. But I love I was thinking of Porky in I think is it Dodo Land? It's Porky in some kind of land. But I just love. Are you? Wait. This is probably public domain. Wait a minute. This is probably public domain now, right? Let's see. What? Where is it? Yeah, this one. What? Oh, that's good. Okay, well, this is actually, now that I think about it, why I don't know why it's 5 frames a second, but how about we actually turn that off? I wanted to watch some classic Looney Tunes. Are you really the last of the Dodos? Yes, I'm really the last of the Dodos. Oh my goodness. Okay. I did notice that, like some frame dippage in last stream, but given that I'm doing art, I figured people aren't really caring about like how like the pen moving super smoothly as an animation. It's more about the final result. So. Probably look into it. Well, well, it's not gonna look good regardless, Zach. So I'm just not gonna watch it. I'd love to watch some classic Looney Tunes on stream. Actually, you want to know something? Oswald is apparently public domain, which doesn't surprise me, because before Disney got him back in 2008, Universal probably did not give much of a fuck about the character. So that's pretty fun. Over the SpongeBob, I can't hear you. It's too dark in here. Nope, that's the wrong one. S source. Sus. Among Us. Is Jesus public domain? That is true. We get sued for IP infringement. Greg, we've already established that one of the greatest works of fan fiction of all time is, of course, the Divine Comedy. That is Bible fan fiction. So, I mean, if you want to make another Divine Comedy, Greg, please go off. I'll be excited to read it. By Dante? Correct. From the Devil May Cry series. That was a fun noise. You saying it, though. I know you don't, Smage. You got real angry the last time I said it. You got real upset. You were like, it's not a fan fiction. And me and chat were like, haha, fanfic.org, go burr. Satan, much like the echidna, is of course has a four-headed penis. Fanfiction, not you cock. Well, you can find more cocks on there, Jews. Now can't you? Smage, I remember us talking about this and you vehemently being like, it is not a fan fiction. You can't call the Divine Comedy a fan fiction. And I was like, fucking watch me. But it is a fan fiction. Thank you, thank you. We're hosted on Creepypasta. No, those are Creepypastas. I don't... Zach, what? I don't remember. I don't know. Go scour the VODs. My VODs have gotten... Can I just say something? My VODs have gotten a weirdly decent amount of views recently. I don't understand why. I'm not like promoting the VOD channel. It's mostly for me. So... Sleeping? Are you? Why? Juice, I just yelled at my chat about fucking theme park execution stories for 20 minutes. What about that makes a good sleep aid? Kudingle Kudangle is the VOD channel. Kudingle Kudaniel. But it's comforting you, cock. Confrontational manner. I mean, I don't know about that. I don't think it's confrontational. I never had a problem with it. I was just like, man, Shadow. Wait. I'll see if it's max. Execute order theme park. I love the attraction where I love the Star Wars attraction where they fucking say execute order 66 and then they execute all the guests. Oh, I have a lot of fucking messages. Why do so many people want to get in touch with Cahill? Yeah, because that was how I was closing it out. You gotta close out every topic with a final bit. You can't just be like, and now we're done. Anyways, like how you listen. I have not listened to That's why we haven't done more of the tier list, because I haven't been listening to SCPs recently. I think I've said on stream before, the main reason is like when my life is not like making me feel great, I don't want to listen to SCPs that will make me feel worse. Don't get me wrong, a lot of SCPs are very fun. Of all numbers? Okay. Number 1 is number 1. Number 2 is number 2. Number 1 is 0. I'm gonna do a tier... Okay, guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a tier list of numbers in value. Okay? So, first up is number 1. That will be at the bottom of the tier list. Well, first up is number 0. That'll be at the bottom of the tier list. Next up is number 1. That'll be just slightly above 0. Just like one tier above 0. Next up we have number 2. That'll be one tier above number 1. Okay, this is going pretty good. I mean, we're improving a bit here. Okay, so next up we have number 3. That'll be just like I like it just a bit more. So we're gonna put that just a little bit above number 2. Okay. Next up is number 4. That is definitely more than 3. So we're gonna put that a bit more above number 3 even. In Arabic numerals. I hear that bullshit. I'm just gonna keep counting. No, Wikipedia diving. I've never actually Wikipedia dove myself. I love learning stuff, but I've just never been like, let me find random Wikipedia articles. This has not been my personal jam, nor has it been my jelly. I can learn you something. What are you going to learn me, Greg? How to love? Get high from pufferfish poison? I have heard that before. Though that could always be anecdotal from the internet. But, I mean, dolphins do a lot of weird stuff to have fun. Do they not touch it? Use the puffer. Yeah, it does. Do not make pufferfish puff. Making a pufferfish puff up is like if I gave you a panic attack and I was like, haha, see, it's funny when they do it. Look how cute they look when they're really freaking out. You don't touch it. I mean, well, yes. Also, what is the natural predator of a pufferfish? Don't say a dolphin. I don't think they're eating them. Of pufferfish. Oh, just sharks. That's pretty good. Humans. That is true, but that's true of everything. I don't think there's many animals we haven't tried to kill at some point, so I never count us. Octopi. Well, online it just said sharks. I could believe octopuses because they go off. The species of octopus will just be like, what can I get my hands on? Anything I can get my hands on. Let me fuck it up. My boy Octopi going to camp. Fuck it up, Octopi. Fuck it up. Hugging a pufferfish. Aw. But anyway, I was asking because I like pufferfish. Pufferfish are fun. And I don't mean when they're puffed up. I love how pufferfish look just normal. You ever see a pufferfish just like float? Like, have you ever seen that video where they're just kind of like floating in front of the camera? They cute. They small, yeah. They're like not when they're puffed up, but they're just kind of like football shaped. And they're very curious. Like, they'll come up to cameras, they'll be like, "What's this?" Well, gosh. Yeah. Many pufferfish. In front of camera. Many pufferfish. Yeah. Many pufferfish. They're just checking them out. Never use flash photos in an aquarium. Yeah, don't fuck with the fish. Cuttlefish. I would somewhat disagree. Cuttlefish are cute, are cool, but I wouldn't say they're cute. Let us, dear friends, not forget our dear friends, the cuttlefish. Leave them alone and they will devour each other in seconds. Listen, all I know is that Jack Sparrow made a real good point by talking about how cuttlefish will cannibalize each other when left in small enclosures for long enough. We're gonna step outside. I'm not saying they're not good. I just don't find them the cutest of fishes. Cuttlefish. Let me look up a picture of a cuttlefish right now.
How to pick up.
Cuttlefish. This one's kind of cute. It's just hanging out in its own aquarium. But blows itself up. Well, you know, I don't want to see a fish blow up, but at the same time, I kind of do want to see what a fish look when a fish blows up. But don't be mean to fish. I don't trust listen. I trust scientists with human science. But when a scientist tells me fish can't feel pain, I'm like, are you sure? How do you know the fish doesn't feel pain? I don't know if I talked about this on stream. But like, whenever scientists are like, yes, we have found chemicals in their brain, so clearly that means... What? Danger hugs. They feel pain. Well, yeah. I'm saying. I don't think, like... Yes, we can break down the cause of emotions and what makes us feel certain ways scientifically. And I'm not trying to get too, like, out there with this. Just let me finish here. But to say we know definitively how other, like, species feel about certain things. I think it is a bit of hubris. You know what I mean? Even if it's the same chemicals, I think knowing that on an internal level, how that makes the animal feel. Ugh. Zach, I'm not gonna lie, you're talking about some nasty stuff today. Viscera is probably the worst word. But yeah. I think it's more what was I thinking of? I think it's more reasonable to kind of assume what kind of emotions an animal is having based off of, you know, its physical reaction than like its brain, than using brain scans. To be fair though, the logic I'm using here is largely like kind of the same idea of like, how do we know all the colors are the same to all types of people? You know what I mean? Like, I'm largely just being like, how do we know that the same kind of reactions in different species' brains cause the same kind of emotions we have? So, I'm not speaking on any kind of authority here. I'm just saying, there's always room for error. That is very... Well, okay. Well, I'm not saying body language is in, like, hyper subtle movements. But if like a dog is jumping up and down and clearly like very excited to see a person or another dog, we can assume that dog is happy. And dogs are an easy example just because they have evolved alongside humans to such a large degree. You know what I mean? But I'm saying but to be fair, I'm not even saying like that's the perfect way to do it. I'm saying it's just kind of like, what was I thinking of? It's just kind of a different way, a different external. The way an animal is acting is a different way to tell about how they're feeling. This is true. But again, I guess I kind of misspoke there because I do not mean subtle body language. I mean overt body language. Part of what makes me think about this is there's that whole idea post about elephants finding humans cute and everything. But someone on YouTube who I saw some videos from kind of broke down how that's not necessarily true. Like that's not necessarily what the certain thing means. What's the overt language of a fish? I don't know. I think if it jumps out of a tank out of fear, if it jumps out of a tank to escape a situation, then it's afraid. Is it out of... Oh my lord. Fucking... Hey, Shadow Mage. Shadow Mage. I'm legit laughing. Shadow Mage. Do you remember when you were like, Kale, I'm afraid you find me combative? Do you remember that? Do you remember when you said that to me? Fucking... One car. I love that chat. Wait, you're in an ad, right? Okay. I'm giving it a bit. Shout. Okay, are we back? Are we back? Shadow Mage. Everyone good? Okay. Looking Shadow Mage. Do you remember when you were like, "Hey Cahill, I'm really afraid you find me incredibly combative." And then I said something offhandedly, and you immediately just started being like, "Well, what does a sea cucumber's body language mean?" Okay. Do you remember how that was the same string? I do. The sea cucumber. Oh my lord. Shadow Mage! Shadow Mage! Come on! What are you drawing? I'm working on my own cartoon, Kaito. Currently we're working on a flag animation, because beforehand we were working on this little ship right here. And then the scene before that, yeah. These are our main characters. Pirating out on the open seas. So they use a telescope. They see a ship. They see the flag. Blah, blah, blah. Shadow Mage, I adore you. I want you to know. It's I'm finding it incredibly funny. Just for the... Okay, I do apologize to a decent degree. But at the same time, if I may be so bold, I feel as you are also distorting what I was saying. Cause whereas my argument was using brain chemistry alone does not necessarily tell us the inner machinations of an animal's mind. I've completely lost my train of thought. I'm How long have you done this? I'm still pretty new. I mean, I haven't been working on my own series for that long. I've had concepts for a while. But I've been trying to learn animation for most of my life and everything. I mean, yes, but my point wasn't that there is a better way to understand. Well, I guess kind of. I don't know. But what my larger point was like that it is more through actions of an animal that we can learn what it's feeling at a given time. Hello? Was that an alert? Was that a follow alert? Thank you for following, Kaido. Yipper! Yes. Smage, I hope I did not get you legitimately upset. Thanks for the yang, Greg. It's very much appreciated. Cahill's a good bean. You say having... But I'm over it. I'm just saying, I don't know. Well, I apologize, because I do not mean to upset you. Heck, the whole point of me trying to corral the whole fucking Mickey Dick Crusher conversation was because I didn't want people being like, wow, this is a grim conversation. I want to keep some good vibes in there. Though I didn't even really touch on it. But I think Zach said, ignoring the facts will not make them go away. And that is true. It's good to talk about that stuff to a degree. But more so, you know, for example, Juice being like, I use these as sleep aids. I don't want people to come in here and be like, oh, what is this? What macabre conversation? Smage said it? Oh, okay, well, I should have scrolled up. I just say shit. Say shit right now, Zach. I like your funny words, Magic Man. Zach said Smage said it. That is true. But yeah, no. There has been a lot of talk, which is why I didn't scroll up. Oh my... What did I say? 2 scoops, please. But, you know... Like, for example, I would not curtail the conversation if it was in the Discord. Like, if someone posted something about the theme parks in the studio library, and we got into the kind of like this conversation about, you know, about some weird stuff that happened and everything. Sometimes shit is just real. I agree. But counterpoint, Zach, there's already a lot of spaces, including streams on Twitch, where you are confronted by that. When sometimes people, including me, are looking for ways to just like take a breather from it all before going back to hear more. I see, Greg. I'm not even saying everything should be pure escapism, but at the same time, there's a reason escapism can be a commodity people look for. Because constantly thinking about the way the world is can be a draining endeavor. Harry Houdini, he was an escapist, yes. And I think we've talked about different real stuff on the channel before. But like, I don't know. No, my lord. Again, I hope I you know what? Let's do this as part of the stream. Has anyone been upset by things I have said? Well, okay. Wait. I don't know how to phrase this. In my raggedy worldview, I don't know. I guess it all depends. I guess what I was trying to say with this last sentence, which I realized could just end badly for me, just really be like, has anyone been upset by anything I've said? And then I was gonna say during stream, but also people could just be like, I've been upset by stuff you said. You're a dumbass, Cahill, which is fair. But regardless, I just hope we're all having a bit of fun, you know? This stream? This stream. Peepsy and how it's an abomination to calm time. What is Peepsy? Oh, is that where you mix Peeps and Pepsi? Yeah, that's awful. But what's the thing, you know? You know, let me... But that's me. Well, yeah, but... I don't know. Man. I guess what I can rebuttal with that, Zach, is that... I think escapism is fine as long as you recognize it as escapism. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you're not just like, hot and this fixes everything. It doesn't. But it does allow you to have a nice breather so you can eventually come back and help to fix things, you know? Because I agree with you, Zach, that is just life, but that doesn't mean you have to be doing it all the time. Pepsi made oh, they made it. Oh no, that's worse. I love the two conversations happening right now. Very bad drink idea versus the nature of life and how to approach heavy situations. But yeah, I think that's my closing idea. Is that if you listen, in your chat rule, well, yeah. I mean, I guess to a degree, what I should say is I'm sorry that sometimes things are hard, Zach, and everyone else. I mean, I do get it. Things can be rough out there. But doesn't it make it even sweeter when you can just kind of bullshit with some nice people every now and then? Doesn't it just make the times when you can just kind of hang out and not 100%. I was gonna say not worry, but let's be honest. Lots of people are worrying all the time. But you know, just like sometimes. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I also don't want to be very like confrontational about it because I could just be like, well, if you want to have real conversations about current events, there's other no, because we can talk about stuff here, but at the same time, while keeping it decently lighthearted. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not a case of do not have these conversations. It's just like when it starts feeling like it's crossing into like, man, things suck. Because, you know, at the end of the day, that's not any more helpful than escapism, is it? If there's purely a negative outlook on things, then it is no more helpful in fixing stuff than thinking everything is hunky dory. Balance is the key to a lot of things. That is one firm belief I do have. You know? There is no blanket statement or idea that can work in every single situation. And thus everything must be a balance of lots of stuff. Am I a well-spoken person or what? I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for this stream. Am I gonna get in trouble for this stream? For just talking about this kind of stuff? Also, I hope you feel better. What did I miss? I was just saying I think everything should be a balance of different things. A balance of being able to relax while also tackling real issues. How do you get the shading right? In what way? Well, right now, I'm not even doing shading. I'm just doing line art. It's different from... Exactly. I guess what I should apologize for is if I ever seemed like I was going off on different... On like for example, the theme park conversation. I was just really worried we were just basically telling theme park horror stories in chat. And that can get gross. But I will say... Watch. That is it, yeah. Yeah, absolutely go check out the watch. Wait. Does that go to the Twitch page? I need to fucking fix that. Well, I could... Let me see. I could always go to make an invite to the... Yeah. I need to just completely... What was I thinking of? Undo that command, because so much of it is wrong now. Even though technically Barry and friends are part of the chat. I mean the watch. But regardless, I've lost my Twitch chat. I've lost my Twitch chat and the stream of apps I have open. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, so yeah, I was about to explain that to, Kaito. So for what I've been doing for a lot of this is a lot of the backgrounds I will be using, like for example, there's like, where is it? Well, it's not this one. Yeah, here. There's like for example, like a splotchy watercolor. Brush in Clip Studio Paint. I'll use some of that. I'll use some loose kind of pen strokes and everything. Different gradients, kind of you know, use a different kind of water color brush with a thin edge to really get everything. Turn the opacity down. But also for the backgrounds, what I do is I blur them a bit. Because if you go back to a lot of old black and white cartoons, so much of the background just gets blurred out with the with how they captured it and everything. And I think that is part of the charm with these things. So that's what I end up doing. Thank you, Kaido. I appreciate it. Nice. So yeah, that's kind of how I've been approaching shading. Though admittedly, the thing we're animating right now is kind of shading light. Like I'm just going to do the... And that's another good thing to note when doing classic cartoons. The animated stuff was typically solid colors. A limited palette of solid colors. I mean, if you look at Mickey Mouse in black and white cartoons, he was not colored. He was black and white. The backgrounds were grayscale, but that's because they were painted. Whereas Mickey was being done on celluloid with, with hundreds of frames of cartoon. So it was just his inked outline and figure, and then to fill it in was just pure white. So kind of the approach I'm having to this right now is just like, it should not be shaded, because if you approach this from a celluloid cartoon production angle, then shading anything in would require you to consistently shade that thing over and over again, which is impractical and hard to do. It would be, there might be examples, but it was definitely not the case for more, kid-oriented cartoons, if you will, for your Looney Tunes and Mickey Mouses. But hey, that's why I'm doing this kind of style. It's one of the few legit complaints I have about how Cuphead was done, because while I would not expect them to basically reanimate the entire game, like, their black and white mode is not very accurate to black and white cartoons. It's just a black and white filter. Well, no, I get what you mean, Smage. It's not a big deal if people call you whatever. So you get bit. That is true. So you want to say, like, yeah, use whatever, but you're afraid that would come off as a punchline, as just like, ha, who cares about pronouns, which is not what you mean. So, but no. I mean, hey, you just kind of explained it to me, Smage, without having to, use the thing, so that works out. You can say any, Smage. Yeah, any is an acceptable answer. See? This is what I'm saying. I think this is a serious conversation, but we're not just talking about people dying on theme parks. I keep going back to it because like, Smage had a point, You shouldn't just ignore certain facts, but and I don't want to seem like all kind of conversation like that is banned, but at some point it gets to dooming levels, and you don't want to be doom scrolling. Pizza. I should get me some pizza, but I am kind of saving money right now. I'm in that saving mode, so I got my groceries and I'm trying to eat in more. Gender app, yeah. I know people do not have some mixed feelings about Mr. Neil deGrasse Tyson, largely because he's typically tone deaf, but. I did see a video where he was talking about, like, why do we even care if sports are separated by gender? And it's a good point, like, sometimes you just don't even gotta care. Are there differences in gender? Yes. Does it mean you have to care? No. Meats. Man, at the same time I want to eat less meat. For different reasons. I was thinking of. One Piece has made me be like, meat's good though, because man, does Monkey D. Luffy love him some meats. One of my favorite parts in One Piece, just as a little gag that has no consequence on anything, is after a big fight, when Luffy is tired, he just pulls just loose meat out of his pockets and just devours it. He's like, I brought snacks! Also, I will say, if y'all ever want to have, I don't have in a, also there's a great, barbecue place next to where I work, but regardless, if y'all ever want to have kind of a more in-depth conversation about this kind of stuff, I would highly suggest joining and following Mr. Pig's Discord. He does have a channel dedicated to it. And I am technically a moderator there, though usually I'm very wary about moderating that channel because there are people more qualified than I am to speak on it. Pig doesn't like the depths, that is true. Pig hates submarines. So yeah, and like I said, I do not have a kind of adjacent channel in my own Discord. And Pig's a good bean. I am fully behind Pig, like, succeeding as a streamer in every way possible. Because I will always have more confidence in Pig's streams than I have in my own stream. He's very good at his job. And I think it is very good at crafting a welcoming environment. I am not confident in the environment I craft. It's ironic because at the end of the day, what I end up feeling is that I want to kind of step away from the spotlight and let my cartoons do the talking for me. But ironically, I love streaming, which inherently puts me in a spotlight. So, what do you do? What are you confident in? You know what I'm confident in? I'm confident in that I've played through Elden Ring 3 times, and I've never died to Morgoth the Omen King, even once. Every time I have played Elden Ring and got into the final boss in that area with Morgoth, not Margit, different boss, with Morgoth, I have not died to him once. This is not an exaggeration. I first try him on every playthrough. And it was actually only this third playthrough I went through where I think both times I did not use a summon. And in my most recent one, I did use a summon. I do think, I actually watched kind of like a interesting video I don't want to say it's a video essay, but it was just a video about like Spamton and everything. And as you all know, I'm a big fan. I like Spamton's character. But it was kind of talking about how like his secret boss fight in like the normal route isn't necessarily that difficult compared to some. And how that changes depending on like your playthrough of Deltarune. Spamton, correct. Like the different stuff you do in Deltarune and in the different playthroughs you do can kind of affect how difficult Spamton can be as a fight. But as a kind of vanilla experience, he's not all too hard. And I think that is interesting. Because it kind of speaks to Spamton and how his whole character is this guy who's like really trying to do something legitimate, but he just never gets a break. You know? Like that's what defines him as a character. It's one reason I like him. So. Yeah, exactly. When spoilers are over. I am no longer talking about any spoilers from any game. Though I do gotta say, I mean, I imagine Chapter 3 might be coming out this year. If not, sometime soon next year. And because of that, I'd highly recommend playing through Chapter 2. It is so good. I love Deltarune Chapter 2. There is no spoilers here. Oh, I hope you feel better, Juice. I hope everyone in chat is feeling better. Again, I hope nothing in this stream kind of brought your mood down in any way. That's why I'm trying to moderate it a bit, because it's like everyone to feel better. Spoilers are over. Oh, it did not even occur to me that Smage probably could not hear me say that. I'm a smart guy. I'm a business guy. I'm a business guy. With my business suit and my business tie. Yeah. I do think I touched on very light spoilers for both Deltarune and Elden Ring. Not so unspoilery that they're not even spoilers, but you know. It's not like, and at the end of the day it turns out you were the Deltarune all along. You were Mr. Deltarune. And it's like, but I don't go by he him pronouns. You were Mr. Deltarune. Mr. is actually Deltarune's first name. Deltarune, please call me by my first name, Mr. Internet service ad, which is ironic, because the internet isn't really. This is kind of one reason I was looking into different platforms to stream on, just because, you know, Twitch is changing a lot. That means streaming on it can be a bit more of a pain. I'm glad y'all are back. So yeah. If y'all ever do end up finding other platforms you like to watch streamers on, that is not inherently a pornographic platform, then I'd be interested in looking at it. That's the thing, right? I can get a strict enforcement of that kind of stuff on Twitch to make sure it does not become a NSFW platform. But a lot of their mistakes have not been related to those kind of enforcements recently. Next best thing, and YouTube is not that great to begin with, unfortunately, so we're 0 for 2. Nice dude. Anyway, you know, I've gotten it's some pretty basic animation stuff, but I think with the effects and everything, this is going to end up looking pretty nice. And we've been streaming for like almost 3 hours at this point. So I'm pretty confident in that stream. And I gotta pee again, among other things. Kind of too big to fail. I don't know if that's a good thing. Because what it means is they might not have to care about quality of life stuff on their platform. Which is the reason I would be looking for... I'd be looking for other platforms for quality of life stuff. So it's Google. There we go. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I agree. My quality of life, you are, Greg. I enjoy your company. It improves my quality of life. Who do you want to raid? Anyone in particular? A lot of chat. Basically, all my... I don't know who lurks in the depths of my chat, but heck, all of y'all help improve my quality of life. I love seeing y'all around. As far as doing a practice for the watch event, mayhaps I should raid far. Mayhaps Tria is also streaming, which is always nice. But yeah, I'm actually decently, my schedule is not too clogged up as compared to before. So that would, oh, he is, Far is streaming La Mulana. Is Tria doing the watch event? She's saying she's wahooing all over the place, which makes me think of speedrunning. But you know what? Let's raid Far. Let's raid Far. I mean, when have I raided Far before? No, my goodness. Y'all ever get an alert on something and it's just like it won't go away, which makes you think you get another alert? It's annoying. Got you. Okay. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining me today. Again, I hope you had fun. Yeah, I should be back. Yeah, I should be back Sunday for more art streams and Monday. So hopefully this week will not see me calling off any normal streams. Maybe next Thursday. Next Thursday might be a little tight, so you know how it is. You take care as well, Shadow Mage, and everyone. See y'all later. Bye.